chaos has returned again. Though the storm may be strong, just keep fighting on. Champions don't give up, we'll break through endless dark nights, like towering mountain tops that tear through the skies. We can't erase the past, but our future can be bright. And with your spirit here with me, I know we'll be alright. Stay strong, don't flee from catastrophe. Our power will make them see the force of our trinity. Though victory is close, we press on, 'cause many trials remain for us to face. Now the clouds are gone, this battle can be won. But I know that I can't win on my own. Champions don't give up, we'll always rise up through the pain, like sturdy oaks that block the skies, can't stand strong through the rain. We can't erase the past, but our future can be bright. And with your spirit here with me, I know we'll be alright. Run towards the please in catastrophe. Our courage will make them see the force of our trinity. Evils in our path we've conquered. Another cure to bring this world relief. And though we may fall back, we know we must move on. Adventure waits for us, a new quest begins. Champions don't give up, we'll leave the tragedies behind. Like ocean currents change the tides, let the water clear your mind. We can't erase the past, but our future can be bright. And with your spirit here with me, I know we'll be alright. Place trust in me through catastrophe. Our wisdom will make them see the force of our trinity.
All right, everyone, welcome to the final Zeldathon show of the year. The last one before Zeldathon Forces begins December 27th at 4 p.m. Eastern. I hope you're all excited. That was Trinity by Thunder Scott, 8-Bit Brigadier, and Richati B. Let's get started. What's up, everyone? My name is Vidya James. Let me open up chat here. One sec. Professional streamer. MC gave me the rights to his channel, and we're gonna scuff it up a little bit. I hope that's cool. Hello, hello, hello. I see Tapatai cooking. What's up? You're going to your first marathon. I hope you're excited. That's gonna be sick. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. No audio error. I mean, I tested everything. I did a dry run and recorded it, so I mean, that's cool, I guess. My webcam probably looks like trash, but that's okay. Who's this guy? What's up, Sad Crow Prince? Guys, I'm so excited. Zeldathon begins in just over a week. I had the realization today that setup day is exactly a week away. I'm just like, I'm not ready. Oh, enable FFC. Okay, so MC gave me his stream key. he did not give me access to his channel. So as much as I would love to enable Pog, but there is actually an alternative. If you look up, you scroll up, if you were in chat long enough, MC actually posted his own version of Pog, MCG Pog, which first of all, he capitalized wrong because it's capital P, lowercase OG. He made it all caps Pog. That's not right. Poggers is all caps. Pog is like camel cased. So please fix that, MC. Second of all, he made that emote pay to win because you have to give him 10,000 bits. You have to pay $100 for the privilege to use Pog. That is not okay, MC. Was I not? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say that or not, but it says you hover over it. It says Twitch bits reward. So yeah, pay to Pog, and you can't even Pog the right way. So what the heck, MC? Let's stop talking about cropped Gutex emotes and let's start talking about Zeldathon. Who's excited? It's our 10th anniversary marathon, which is amazing. It's crazy that it's lasted this long. I mean, it's not crazy because MC's an amazing host and director, but it's pretty neat to think about how we've spent an entire decade. I mean, basically the entire 2010s has been spent with the existence of Zeldathon, which is super cool. Bonds the Bard also going to his first marathon. Let's get excited to see Bonds, and I believe Bonds is playing Four Swords Adventures, which is super cool. What's up, Monostache as well, also going to her first marathon. Haven't met you yet, but I will meet you soon. Met Tabatai at the St. Jude Summit. That was super cool. Yeah. So, guys, tonight on the agenda, we have a couple things. Once I stop chattering at you for more than 5 minutes, we'll get into some hype up for the marathon. We're going to go through the schedule, and I'm going to talk about each run in detail as much as I can to the best of my own knowledge. We're going to watch clips. Feel free to send me clips on Twitter or Discord or wherever else if you want to watch. I'm trying to look for clips from Heels, so I'd really appreciate that because, I'd like to watch at least a couple minutes of clips. And then finally, we're going to end off with an interview with omgitsmonika, seasoned Zeldathon attendee, and Esteban, TheBesteban, the man, the myth, the legend, the filmer of the documentary Money Making Game, which is going to premiere at the marathon. It's our documentary that's going to cover kind of the history and upbringing of Zeldathon, and it's going to be great and nostalgic. I'm going to cry. You're all going to cry. It's going to be premiering at the marathon. We'll get into that a bit. But that's going to be the interview. If you want to ask questions to any of the interview guests, including myself, you can go to zeldathon.net/ask, I believe, is the URL to go to. Let me just check here. Professional streamer, by the way. Yes, zeldathon.net/ask is the URL to go to. Please ask me questions, ask me dumb questions, ask Monica dumb questions, ask Esteban smart questions. Monica and I will put up with the dumb ones, but I think Esteban deserves a little bit better than that. Man, I'm so excited, guys. I've been preparing so hard. I don't think I've ever put this much work into preparing for Zeldathon before. And that seems to be kind of the general sentiment with a lot of people. A lot of people have put up some really, really crazy runs. I know last marathon I said it was our hypest schedule yet, but this one kind of blows it out of the water. Every run has something special, something cool and exciting and entertaining to offer for you guys. And it's all going to be raising money for charity, which is awesome. We are raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Had to make sure I said that one right. I'm getting too excited. Donations are open right now. If you see this little number right here, that's our donation total right now. You can go to zeldathon.net/donate, or is it donate.zeldathon.net? One of those two. I think they both will get you to the right place. You can donate right now if you want to. A little alert will pop up right here, and it's going to be hopefully not too loud. I wasn't able to test that, but we'll see. But yeah, we're currently at $3,050. Give a good little total. Oh, I almost got that point correct. Shoutouts to everyone who's subscribing to MC. That doesn't go to Zeldathon, but it goes to supporting MC, which in turn goes to supporting the marathon, but it's not going to be donated to St. Jude. And I also don't have MC's alerts on because I'm doing this for my own setup. So if you do subscribe, thank you, but I'm not gonna have sub alerts or anything. Please donate to the marathon if you can. We are trying to raise $10,000 before the marathon starts, and MC's gonna buy the entire team ice cream, which is super cool. More so in it for us and the benefit of the attendees, but you know, a happy attendee makes a happy marathon, right? So if you want to help us out a little bit and get that pre-marathon incentive, we're gonna get some ice cream. I'm gonna eat my lactate pills, or lactate, I think it's called. This is what I'm about. Ice cream for bento. Oh, that's right. I think Shadow Temple's doing something for what is it? It's $5,000. I think he's doing a bento stream. Lactate pills. Yeah, Monka S, or should I say MCGS. Thank you for that, MC. I'm still gonna say Monka S in real life, like a true Twitch degenerate, but that's how it be. At 10K for Shadow, they'll do a bento stream. So if you like dogs, if you like ice cream, donate to Zeldathon right now. Let's see, it's a bit of a lofty goal with a week left, getting another $7,000 raised, but you know, that's not impossible. We've done crazier things before, and we've still got a lot of people streaming some hype up stuff. I say, yeah, dude, same. I say Monka S and Pog all the time. When I lived with Zelda Queen, she moved out back in August, but I lived with her for 2 years, and it was a problem the amount of times we said Pog in real life. Yeah. Everyone's doing it now. It's just like that's the thing to do if you're on Twitch. And it's like all the other people who watch Twitch is like, I know what that is. And all the people who don't watch Twitch are like, what's this weirdo talking about? But regardless, MC now has the S emote, and I think he's getting the Pog emote set up soon. So that's cool. That's cool. All right, guys, I want you in chat to tell me what you are most looking forward to this Zeldathon. What are you most excited for? Please tell me in the chat box right now, if you don't mind. I want to see some hype up for what's going on. Great emote. Zeldathon itself. Me too, bro. Me too. Left 4 Dead 2. Kind of hype for my run. Dude, sick. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also pretty nervous. But we'll see how it goes. It's at the end of the marathon too, which means I have more time to prepare. Maybe I'll spend some time. Clinket's run is going to be super cool. My favorite game, Phantom Hourglass. The best one. Temple of the Ocean King, top tier dungeon. What's up, Monica? Monica's going to be on the show later. Say hi to Monica. Ask her dumb questions. Like the dumbest question you could possibly think of. She will like it. Please ask at zeldathon.net/ask. Yeah. My run is at CDI. Oh boy. That's a blast of the past. Yeah. Think of your dumbest question and address it to Monica or me. Yeah. Late night with Jiggy, that's going to be super cool. All right, guys. I think it's time we got into some schedule analysis, read through, hype beasting, whatever you want to call it. Wow, look at this. We have here the official Zeldathon Forces schedule. Isn't that cool? Let me just OBS here. Interact. All right. Is this readable? Is this good? Can people read this, or do you want me to make it bigger? Because I can make it bigger, but we good. All right. So let's talk about it a little bit. Starting off the marathon, familiar face to the opening of the marathon, Chaco himself. I think this is like his 6th or 7th time opening the marathon, and I think he opened last marathon too. So this is kind of his slot. So that's pretty cool. What he is doing is Ocarina of Time RDO, Reverse Dungeon Order, which is a speedrun extension category created as kind of a challenge run to beat all of the dungeons in Ocarina of Time in reverse order before going on to beating Ganondorf and Ganon. I feel like it's been more than 8, probably. I mean, there's probably the Tyler knows Doc will say it. So if anyone wants to fact check me and go, actually it's been 9 times, then go for it. I'm sure Tylenos is looking it up right now. There he is. Listen, I'm just saying, the information is there. Vocalblin.com. Chaco's going to start us off strong. Not sure if people know this. Chaco is actually an old school, bit of a boomer Ocarina of Time speedrunner, if you will. held the any percent world record in the game for a total of 12 minutes back when the wrong warp to Ganon's Tower was discovered. ZFG was in the middle of another run that was going to beat it when Choco got his world record, so he had it for 12 minutes. What I'm trying to say here is that Choco is very experienced at Ocarina of Time, and the fact that he's running this cool, unique, interesting challenge extension category with reverse dungeon order is super cool. That's going to be, yeah, shoutouts to Marco, by the way, another Ocarina of Time speedrunner. Are we still hosting? What's hosting what? I'm not sure. Did you guys see, by the way, the Ocarina of Time 100% world record was beaten yesterday by somebody other than ZFG? It's the first time since 2013 that ZFG hasn't held the world record in 100%, which is super cool. It's awesome to get more people, finally beating old records and monolithic players of the game. I'm going to stop talking about Ocarina of Time speedruns and back to the schedule, but that's pretty cool. So reverse dungeon order is Spirit Temple, Shadow Temple, Water Temple, Fire Temple, Forest Temple, Jabu Jabu, Dodongo's Cavern, and then finally Deku Tree before going on to beat the game. So we're going to see a lot of glitches, a lot of sequence breaks to, get to that point. So it's going to be super cool. Highly recommend it if you enjoy Ocarina of Time. If you enjoy speedruns, it's going to be cool. It's going to be glitchy and super fun. Next, we have Duggernaut with A Link to the Past Chinese demake? What does that mean? So there is a bootleg version of Link to the Past, which was made for the NES. And I'm sure everyone knows the Link to the Past was released on the Super Nintendo. But there exists a bootleg demake for the NES, and Doug's found it, and isn't it great that Doug is finally playing a main series Zelda game, and he still found a way to make it like weird and obscure? That's just kind of Doug's style, which is super cool. So it's going to be a nice little twist on a classic Zeldathon game. Fan favorite. Doug is going to do a super good job. I'm actually not too familiar with it, but I'm definitely going to be there for his run. So I'm really looking forward to this one as well. One day Doug will play he's playing a Link to the Past. It's a pretty good game, isn't it? Unless you're one of those like contrarian hipsters who's like, Link to the Past was never that good. Yeah. Definitely not in that camp though, so we're safe. Woo! That's true. When we sign up for Zeldathon, we're given the list of all the games, and we check off the ones that we want to play. And Doug, every single time, checks off every single game. Because he's just that kind of guy who just wants to play everything. The superior version, Tylano says. Wow, that's a bold claim. That's good. That's hyping it up pretty well. So we'll see how it goes. Next, after that, we have Triforce Heroes. It's there. You love it or you hate it. The Woodwind Trio, I'm actually not sure who this refers to specifically. I know Basunify is part of it. Maybe Clinket's a part of it. I don't actually know. But maybe if Basunify or Clinket is in the chat, they could probably clarify. Musicians? All right, well, it's Triforce Heroes. You know what it's going to be. You're going to see lots of cool co-op stuff. A lot of people getting along and getting on each other's nerves is typical for the Triforce Heroes runs. So that's going to be your standard fare, but it's going to be some really cool people. Basunify is awesome. I love him. Does really nobody knows who the Woodwind Trio refers to? I'm actually not sure, but maybe we'll keep it a surprise. After that, we have Mojo and Ganon 11 going back to Four Swords Anniversary Edition. I think this is actually... have we done Anniversary Edition in a while, or is this the first time? Because the Anniversary Edition was like a ambassador program thing for the 3DS, so not everyone has it, but not for years. All right, so we're going back to Anniversary Edition. Relief, that was actually my first marathon. That was 5 years ago at this point. Whew, I'm getting old. That's cool. Four Swords, always a good time. Always, it's basically the light version of Triforce Heroes because it's co-op, but it's not as long or frustrating. So should be good. Power pairing here with Ganon 11 and Mojo. They're both super sick. Link's Awakening. So Link's Awakening had the remake come out earlier this year, back in September, I believe, and whenever a new Zelda game comes out, we're always gonna, do something special for Zeldathon. It happened with Breath of the Wild. I can't remember. I wasn't actually around at Zeldathon when A Link Between Worlds came out, and I think Skyward Sword was like way before my time. But Now we have a lot of people who have been wanting to play this. I think at one point MC said, "Oh yeah, the number of people who submitted games, it's like 15 people signed up for Link's Awakening and 5 people had signed up for other games." That was like pretty early on in the registration process, but everybody wanted to play this game. So to to kind of get around that issue, we have a bunch of people playing this game, a couple different slots. The schedule not once, not twice, but 3 times. Yeah, we got a lot. Yeah, it happened with Cadence of Hyrule. We had a special bonus playthrough by Valor and Insane in the Rain. So the first segment for Link's Awakening is going to be a co-op run with Lindsay Pez, Dinomation, Pop Tart Gamer, and Steenis Merritt. That's a power combination right there. You're going to be seeing quite a bit of co-op games this marathon, which is really, really cool. Lindsay, I think, has been streaming Link's Awakening. Dinomation as well. Dinomation's been streaming a lot. Check out his channel if you want to. Pop Tart Gamer, one of the classic Link's Awakening runners. I think Pop Tart doesn't actually have a Switch, and he's never actually played the remake. He's only experienced with the original. So it's going to be really interesting to see him play through his first impressions of the game. That's really cool. And then Steenis Merritt, he loves Link's Awakening. That man, there's nothing else he wants to do but play Link's Awakening. And he's finally getting his shot here as part of this co-op run. So that's cool. Next, we have Breath of the Wild, Juggernaut game with a Juggernaut player, Jiggy11. He's going for like almost 12 hours. He's got like distraction incentives set up. He hasn't been like too vocal about what those are, but it's Jiggy. You know he's going to do something pretty crazy. Hold on here. All right, I'm just getting the doc ready for later for questions. This is going to be super fun. Going to incentivize a lot of donations. It's going to be a good time. You know Jiggy's always going to do a fantastic job with it. And Breath of the Wild is such a standout game that we're all going to enjoy it. It's going to be a train wreck for sure. Speaking of train wrecks, just kidding. Thunderscott's going to kill it at Cadence of Hyrule. The first time it's officially on the schedule, and some new DLC actually just came out like yesterday for it. So I hope Thunderscott's going to, prepare something for that. Well, I don't know what his plans are, but it'd be cool to see that. Thunderscott is one of our most seasoned and talented musicians at the marathon, so it kind of makes sense that he'd play the musical game. But he's done lots of runs at Zeldathon and done a fantastic job with all of it. So I'm looking forward to this one as well. After that, we have another co-op run here. Wind Waker HD, going to have Hipster Harbinger, Great Scott LP, Lindsay Pez, Marissa, and omgitsmonika. Monica, am I allowed to talk about your little situation with the game, or do you want to keep that? Actually, let's keep that for the interview section. I think we'll fill some time with that. This is gonna be a good co-op run though. A couple of big names here running Wind Waker HD. Big game, big names. You love to see it. Next one. Dude, there's so many things on the schedule are so good. Clinkit is going to be running The Legend of Zelda, the NES, the first one, with the NES Power Pad. And let me see if I can actually get an image up here real quick for you guys of what this thing looks like here. Excuse my typing. There it is. All right. So what it is, it's like this this DDR-esque kind of pad. I'm just gonna get it on my stream. Professional streamer, by the way. Add source image. Going to be download. Oh god, where did it go? Oh boy, forgive me for a sec here, guys, as I figure this out. There we go. There we go. We're in business now. There we go. Ooh, that's big. Streamer doesn't even use studio mode. So this is the NES Power Pad. It's still too big. Oh my god, this image is huge. There it is. This is the Power Pad. And as you can see, it's got inputs for A, B. I don't know which ones start and select. But, you got up, down, left, and right. Do not wear shoes, by the way. Do not wear shoes. So, Clinket's going to get a workout while she plays the original Zelda. So that's going to be super fun. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully she gets lots of water, hydrates a lot, because she's going to need it, because this is going to be intense. Anyway, that's what she's going to be playing on. It's going to be Super, super cool. All right, next on the schedule, we have Campy with the second block of Link's Awakening. He's going to be doing a speedrun showcase, which has kind of been, I guess, a newer-ish kind of segment that we've done at Zeldathon. We had it with Gymnast last year with Wind Waker HD, where we don't necessarily do a speedrun, but we do a showcase of some of the glitches that people have found, which is very interesting because Link's Awakening has only been out for like 3 or 4 months. And yet people have already found ways to break it. Because it's a Zelda game. People are going to find ways to break it intensely. If you've been paying attention to speedruns in Zelda, actually, it's been like a crazy year, especially for the 3D games. But Link's Awakening has gotten some love, too. So, Campy's all about speedruns, too. He's done lots before. He speedruns RE2 and a couple other games. And he's going to do a great job with it. So look forward to that if you want to see some cool speedrun tech. Didn't expect this to start at 5 PST. I've been tweeting about it, so I'm sorry if you missed it, but we're going to be doing the interview section starting at 9 EST. So, next on the schedule, Late Night with Jiggy, the series finale. We're calling it quits for Late Night with Jiggy, but we're going to have one last hurrah. This is a popular segment coming back one last time. And Jiggy basically is our own Conan O'Brien, and I'm not just saying that because they're both ginger, but that's kind of what the role that he's put himself into. It's basically a talk show night. MC gives the marathon away to Jiggy for an hour, and we've got some exciting things prepared for this because it's the last one. So gonna be super hype. If you love Jiggy, definitely check this one out. The next one, I'm already laughing about this. We have Phantom Hourglass with 8-Bit Brigadier. He's run this game a couple times now at Zeldathon. He hasn't been very specific about what this run is going to be, but he said that he wants it to be called the Phantom Powerglass, which I can't get over how ridiculous that sounds. But that's going to be good. That's going to be Dan at his Danist. If you know him, you know what you're in for with this one. So that's going to be super cool. Is it going to be replaced with Late Night with Shadow? I think it's just going to be replaced with whatever zany thing Jiggy's going to do next. So then I'm sure he'll come up with new ideas, but we can only milk this one so far. After Phantom Hourglass, we have a pretty ambitious run, if I do say so myself. Four Swords Adventures has typically been a kind of an interesting case for Zeldathon because it's approximately like 8 to 10 hours usually. Traditionally, it's been headed by Zelda Queen with occasional help from Kelly Selena and a couple others. Sometimes they do 2-player co-op, sometimes they do 4-player co-op. But what's generally happened is that like it's just one of those games where like after 7 hours of it, you're just so sick of it and you just want to be done, and you're just like as much synergy as you could possibly generate. It's impossible to keep up. So Lena kind of came up with a solution to this, and I think she said this is going to be one of her last times running FSA. What she's doing is an expert and noobs kind of format for it. So what's going to happen is there's going to be 4 experts. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say who they are yet, but they're people you've seen play FSA at previous marathons and people who are seasoned with the game. And for each expert, there's going to be 3 noobs. So 3 people who have really not played the game very much. And what's going to happen is they're going to do a 2-player co-op. So I think that the game is like 8 worlds, and like each world has 3 levels. So each world I think is going to have, I can't remember the exact format. Or it might be something like each person plays 4 levels or something. So the expert is going to host 3 different people, and then they're going to move on to the next expert. So it's 4 plus 3 times 4 is 12, which means there's 16 people playing total. Did some quick math in my head there. If I'm wrong, I'm going to get called out in chat so hard. But I think it's 16 people going to be playing Four Swords Adventures. Lots of variety, lots of cool synergy. I think the experts have been paired up with the noobs in such a way that it's going to be like everyone's going to be a fun pairing. It's going to be super exciting. You're going to see lots of cool chemistry between new and old Zeldathon members. That's going to be a super exciting run. And Lena put in a crazy amount of work into this, like watching old marathons, like timing stuff out and like organizing the whole thing, the format and everything. She all came up with it herself. So big props to her. Please check this one out and support her because she's put in a lot of effort into it. After that, we have a premiere of Money Making Game, which is not the the guessing game that we have at a couple of different runs. This is going to be our documentary, which Esteban, who's going to be on the show later, filmed for the last couple marathons and MC put together. We're going to be watching it live at the marathon, and you get to see it. And it's going to be December 30th at 3:45 p.m.-ish. Hopefully it's about that time. Our schedule is a little bit dynamic, but we're aiming to have it about that time to start. So everyone, if you want to watch Money Making Game, that's the time for it. This is EST, by the way, December 30th. That's my birthday, which is cool. So it's a nice little birthday gift from MC. And it's going to be super cool. I've seen a couple of previews of it, and it's looking really, really, really good. So, yeah, looking forward to that one. After that, we have the Zelda Relay Race, which I actually don't know how to talk about this. This is something that Tylenos put together, and he has a bunch of different games with a bunch of different people. But what those games are, I'm not actually too clear on, and I'm not sure if Tylenos wants me to talk about it right now. But feel free to let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about. I know a couple of the games that are going to be a part of it, but I don't know who's involved and what stuff. I'm sure he's typing right now. Games are 90% a secret, even from the play. Okay, so there you go then. That's actually something I can talk about. It's going to be a bunch of different Zelda, I think, like side games and like mini challenges, basically. And the people who are going to be there probably don't know what they're doing for the most part. I think there's a few scripted things, but for the most part, it's just going to be people going in blind, which is super cool. Blind relay race. There you go. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. A bunch of side games that you wouldn't see like a full run of. For example, not saying that this one is part of it, but for example, the Sonic level in Sonic Lost World that's based on Zelda, that might be something you see. That's the kind of game you would see for this part of thing. And again, I have no idea if that's one of the games, but that's just an example. After that, we have this is a big one. Gymnast 86, speedrunner legend himself, is going to be returning. He was at Response last December, and he did a Wind Waker speedrun exhibition. And now he's back with Skyward Sword doing the same stuff. If you haven't been paying attention to Skyward Sword speedruns over the last year, I kind of mentioned this earlier. 3D Zeldas as a whole kind of had a big old overhaul. Here, I'm going to scroll here. Big old overhaul for the last year or so. Skyward Sword had something called Reverse Bit Magic, which is a huge game-breaking glitch. If you ever heard of Back in Time in both the Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess, it's a glitch that lets you play on the title screen. And I'm sure I'm going to butcher this a lot, but Gymnast will do a better job explaining it. Basically, they found you can do stuff. You can play in the title screen and set certain like flags in the game to be different stuff so that you can advance to different parts of the game and do a lot of sequence breaks. And it took the speedrun, which was like, I think, just under 5 hours in May. And within a month, the speedrun dropped to like 2 hours and 14 minutes. So it was like, shoutouts to my good pal, Zelda Queen. We were just talking about you. We were just talking about Four Swords Adventures. What's up, Lena? If there's anything you want me to say more, I kind of talked about the format already. I don't know if you want me to say like who the experts are. I didn't talk about that, but big poggers. Same, bro. That's all. Okay. Cool. Again, Four Swords Adventures, here it is on the schedule. Zelda Queen's heading it, but you're going to see a lot of different people playing it. So shoutouts to her. Shoutouts to everyone who's running that. But back to Skyward Sword. Yeah, so there's been a lot of crazy stuff that's been found in this game in the last 6 months or so, and Gymnast is going to be showing that off. So check that out. That's going to be super cool if you like Zelda speedrunning stuff. Gymnast is also going to be running Skyward Sword any percent at GDQ like the week after. So after you check out this, be sure to check out his run at GDQ. More charity marathons, more good. And Gymnast is a super cool person, so look forward to that. After that, we have The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks with, oh boy, this is my first time. I'm eggnogging it up right now. Oh boy. Monica, if you've been noggin, I don't know how this interview is going to be going later, but yeah, it's true. Zeldathon is kind of his teaser run. It's not going to be a speed run necessarily, but it's going to be like not like a timed speed run or anything, but it's going to be a showcase of a bunch of glitches. But Spirit Tracks with, this is my first time saying her name out loud. It's Inkabor. I hope I said that right. And Luke the Spoo. They're going to be playing, and I think there's like, I can't actually remember what this is, but there's like something with collecting bunnies in the game, which makes me think of Super Mario 64 DS. But there's an incentive for that. So if Spirit Tracks is your thing and you're familiar with that side quest, definitely check this one out. The bunny incentive, yeah. People can talk about it if they want. This one, I actually don't really know much about this one. So Flying Ludicolo, Silver, Ganon 11, and the Carmu are going to be playing the Reclaim the Wild RPG, which I definitely know about. Definitely not going to type it into Google right now. Definitely not what I'm doing. I'm typing something different. Legend of Zelda Reclaim the Wild tabletop role-playing game system. Let's see here. Download the rule books. I'm not Googling this, by the way. This is a freely distributed tabletop role-playing system made by fans for fans of both tabletop games and of The Legend of Zelda. It was designed from the ground up to enable players to create all new adventures in the world of Zelda, and specifically the hit game Breath of the Wild. I just came up with that, by the way. I definitely didn't read that off the website or anything. That's so if you like tabletop RPGs, you're into that sort of thing. I think this is one of the first times we've done like a tabletop thing like this at Zeldathon, which is super cool. Branching out a little bit, not just playing video games, but now board games too. So look forward to that if tabletop is your thing. Okay. Remember when I said people are gonna be like, actually, yeah, that's sorry. This is the first time we are playing Reclaim the Wild at Zeldathon. It's a new-ish format. Tyler knows we did a book once. Oof. That was a real RPG. Oh boy. Next after that, we have this is a killer one. There's so many killers on the schedule. Oracle of Seasons and Ages, 2 games, 1 controller by Rom Scout. If you're familiar with Rom Scout at the Marathon, this man loves his donation incentive, or not a donation incentive, but like challenge runs. Last time he did a blindfolded run of Link's Awakening. This time what he's doing is he's taking 2 Wavebird adapters with 1 Wavebird and setting them to the same channel, plugged into different GameCubes with Game Boy players. And he's going to be playing Oracle of Seasons and Ages together with 1 controller for input. So he's doing 1 input with 2 sets of games, which is crazy. That man is nuts. That's going to be an insane run to watch because those are 2 very different, like they're similar games, but they're completely different in their layouts and stuff. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he sets it up. That's going to be a wild, wild run. Check that out for sure. We have, after that, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Chamber Dungeon Challenge, hosted by Steenus Merritt. And I'm not sure if Steenus is in chat right now, who can clarify for me. But basically, the Link's Awakening Switch game has this like Mario Maker-esque kind of mode where you like make your own dungeons. And so what Steenus has done, he's made his own couple of dungeons. It's going to be like this competition between the three Zeldathon teams, Wisdom, Power, Courage. Get him to do Goron dancing and Subrosian dancing at the same time. That sounds impossible. I would not wish that on him. I hope he separates them out somehow. But the Chamber Dungeon Challenge, Steenus has made up these challenge dungeons, and I think there's like 3 different tiers. There's like expert, beginner, and intermediate. And a bunch of people are taking part in that, so that's going to be super cool as well. We'll be doing the side Dungeon Maker Challenge from Link's Awakening. After that, we have the Jam Train in a new format, bringing in the new year, bringing in 2020. Start of a new decade, brought in properly with the Jam Train, and I hope to see all of you there. But this time we're actually going to be doing it a little bit differently, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about this much yet. Do people know about this? Is this public information? The Jam Train is going to be revitalized a little bit. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently this time. I know I can say that much. So look forward to that for sure. All right. Coming up, it's nearing the end of the schedule. This is after December 31st. We got a couple runs left. Auction. Okay, yeah, people know. Then there's going to be a Jam Train auction, so you'll actually be able to auction off we'll auction off songs that people will play at the Jam Train. So if you really want to hear one that's never been played before, that the musicians aren't familiar with, this time you can, because you can donate for it, and then they'll have time to prepare, because the auction will be held like hours before the actual Jam Train, so they'll actually prepare it in advance, and it'll be there for you to hear for the first time. Yeah. we gonna have another marriage proposal? I mean, who else is there to get married? I don't know. Oof. More Chocobros. Auction off your favorite musician. Oh, I'll take Jackson Perotti for $200. No, I'm not doing that. Uh-oh, network error. Am I? Okay. Okay, my stream preview just froze, but press 1 if I'm still live. Sponsor the seat of the accordion. Press, okay, we're good. Okay, so it's just my stream preview that's died. Okay, we're fine. After the Jam Train, we have Ocarina of Time Crowd Control. If you're not familiar with Crowd Control, it's a new-ish way to play Ocarina of Time where there's actually like a stream extension built into Twitch where you can use bits to purchase certain like game modifiers. And you can do this to both screw and help the player. So, for example, you could donate to instantly kill Link, or you could donate to, refill all hearts or something like that. And there's like a whole bunch of them. And if we have like thousands of people watching all contributing to crowd control, it's going to be pretty insane. So I'm looking forward to that. And just donate to frustrate or help out MC. So that's going to be super fun. And I think it's done through Twitch bits, so the revenue does go straight to MC. But what MC's set up is that he's going to look at the total, how much he made from that, and donate all of that to Zeldathon. So your bits aren't like, they're not directly going to St. Jude, but they are. So don't worry about that. You'll be fine. It's just a little intermediate step to make sure that the money goes to the right place, because this is all for charity. So yeah, crowd control is so good. After that, we have the most degenerate run at the marathon. And I'm not going to talk about it too much right now, but we have Left 4 Dead 2 Ocarina of Time dungeon maps with omgitsmonika. And I think there's a couple others playing that. Monica has been submitting this to Zeldathon for years, and MC said, fine, you can have it. Stop submitting it, please. So he's finally entertaining Monica, getting to play a game she actually likes instead of Zelda, which she only pretends to like. But Left 4 Dead 2 is going to be super fun. It's at like 4 a.m., so we're all going to be like super tired and sleep deprived. So that's going to make it that much better. Yeah. After that, we have the Silver returning to Zelda 2. Zelda 2, yeah. And this is the first time he's run it since Deluxe, which was summer 2015. So almost 5 years he's returning to this game. So look forward to that. Silver, one of the directors and one of the oldest members at the marathon. So if you're a classic Zeldathon fan, I'm sure you'll look forward to this one. After that, we have Legend of Zelda Minish Cap with Legos Jedi and Shoop 631. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Shoop has never actually played the Minish Cap, so it's going to be like a blind run for him with Legos Jedi coaching him through, I think, is the idea behind that. I'm not too sure, but I know they have something cool like that planned for the Minish Cap, so that's going to be super fun to watch as well. After that, we have, what is this question? Drink Pokemon? Both? I'm not sure what that question is. Anyway, we have A Link Between Worlds. MC Gamer is returning to that for the first time since, I believe, also Deluxe. I'm not sure if he's run, excuse me, if he's run it more recently. I don't know if people know this. MC actually used to run A Link Between Worlds as like speedrun. If I, real quick here, let me just do some stream magic here. Please load. Black screen, love it. Here we go. Is this working right? No, that's not what I want. Go back. This one. Let me scroll here. That's Zaw here. If you remember him from Piece of Heart. This is some stream magic for sure. Can I scroll? Wow, look at that ad. Shoutouts to Bill. Okay, I can't actually scroll, so I'm not able to find MC. But this is the leaderboard. Find MC. He used to speedrun this game, so that's gonna be super fun to see him return to that game and break it a little bit. Let's go back to the schedule. after that, we have, look at this familiar name here. That's me. Wow. I'm going to be running Majora's Mask 100%. Now, I'll talk about this a little bit now because this is kind of my platform for it. I'll hype it up a little bit more at the actual marathon, but for the first time at Zeldathon, we're going past all mask in terms of the challenge run, and we're doing full 100%. 100% in Majora's Mask is defined as getting everything that doesn't go away when you play Song of Time. So Majora's Mask, it's a game where it's on a 3-day cycle, and every time you play the Song of Time, you go back to the beginning of the cycle, but you lose all like non-story critical items. So like all your rupees, all your bombs and arrows and stuff like that goes away. You only keep the stuff that's like permanent items like masks and stuff. So we have to get every single item that doesn't go away when you play Song of Time. So every heart container and heart piece, every mask, got to complete the Bomber's Notebook, all story progression upgrades like bigger arrow quivers and bigger bomb bags and stuff like that. Completing the Bomber's, I think I said that already, all the dungeon maps and compasses and all the side quests basically. So it's going to be everything in the game, everything that game has to offer. And I've routed it out. It's not necessarily going to be a speed run, but I did use the glitchless speed run as kind of a reference. But it's my own route that I came up with. And it takes me about a little under 8 hours right now. So I put a lot of work into this. And I'm really proud of the route that I've come up with. So I hope you guys tune in for this run because it's going to be super cool. I'm really happy with it. And I'm going to tell this now. I'm going to hype this up a little bit right now. I'll talk about it at the marathon. But I have a big donation incentive. Oh, big question is which version? Good question. I'm going to be running on Wii VC, which is the N64 version. The reason I'm doing this is that the Song of Inverted Time, which is a song in the game that slows down the flow of time, which allows you to do more in one cycle. Very important for routing because the more you can do per cycle, the easier it becomes to route because you just accomplish more in a shorter amount of time. The Song of Inverted Time in the N64 version slows the time down by a factor of 3. So time goes 1/3 the speed of what it normally does. In the 3DS version, it only slows it down by a factor of 2. So it's half as fast as what's normal. Meaning that cycles are actually faster regardless of whether you played the Song of Inverted Time or not. They're just faster in the 3DS version. Which means that there's a lot less that you can get done per cycle, which means it would take longer. So the N64 version it's also my preferred version. It's the one I like better. I prefer the OG version because I'm a boomer, but I also think it's better for 100%. So that's what I'm going to be playing on. And let me talk about this donation goal a little bit. I'm not going to be too specific about amounts or anything, but I have this little incentive set up for the marathon during my run. And if we can hit it, and I made sure that this is going to work out, it's not going to mess up the schedule or anything. If we hit that donation goal, I will be doing a blind any percent run of Majora's Mask after my 100% run. I don't know the general like the route that you do for any percent. I just know like the tricks involved in isolation. So if we hit that donation goal, which I'll reveal at the marathon, I'm going to be doing an any percent run, and it's going to be scuffed. It's going to be bad. It's going to be really, really, really bad, but it's going to be my own run. It's going to be my first any percent run of Majora's Mask. It's going to be there, but only if we hit that donation goal. So look forward to that. Tune in for my run. Get donating, and you'll get to see the any percent run. Is the blind run or single donation? No, it's going to be if we hit this amount, basically. It's not going to be, one single donation and I'll do it. Okay, what I mean by blind is that I've never done a run of Majora's Mask before. I've never done an any percent run. I just know how to do I practice the tricks in isolation, but I've never done a full sequence run. It's not going to be blindfolded, but it's going to be my first any percent run ever. It's going to take me like an hour, which is fine because my run is scheduled for 9 hours and it takes me less than 8 right now. So we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry, MC, if you're watching. But it's good if you want to see a really scuffed any percent run of Majora's Mask, check out my run and get donating during. And then finally, after that, we have the final game of the marathon, Twilight Princess HD, brought to you by Ganon11 and Alexander Trevino. This is going to be a co-op run, and I think I don't know if I should say this or not, but they have some kind of incentive involved with who plays what part of the game, and they've been putting a lot of work into this one as well. Twilight Princess HD, going to be super cool. Love that game to death. So, and 8% doesn't have dog races. What's the point? Luckily, I'm also doing 100%, which does have the dog race, so you're fine. You'll get to see that. I can't wait for RNG to completely ruin my run with the dog races, but that's what I'm gonna be doing. So, but be sure to check out Twilight Princess HD to close out the marathon before we do the grand finale. That's gonna be super cool. So, that's it for our schedule. I hope you guys learned a little bit today about what's going on. I hope you guys are excited for some of these runs. This is a powerful schedule. This is insane, all the runs that we have going on. You could have the race 2 times. Yeah, and my run could be slower. It'd be great. Looking forward to that. Guys, this schedule is actually crazy. I really hope you guys are excited for this, because I certainly am. I'm certainly excited for a whole bunch of these. I don't know when I'm going to sleep, because I want to see all of these. It's going to be sick. 2 hours of dog race attempts. Please no. Please no. Mask of Truth, you're supposed to be good. Yeah. Press 1 if you're hyped for Zeldathon. Put a 1 in chat right now. I want to see everyone hyped for Zeldathon. Wait, can I do this? Oh no, I need 20 more channel points. Look at all those ones. Everyone's excited. I can't wait, guys. Still no CDI. 2 out of 10. Great. Awesome. I'm glad everyone except for higher order failure is getting what they want. True. All right, guys. We have 10 minutes, 8 minutes. Oh god, before the interview. So hold on here. I'm just gonna have this happen in the background. Pay no attention to the streamer clicking randomly on his computer screen. Monica and Esteban, if you guys are around, please join the call so that I can format out the layout a little bit. I can't hear you guys, by the way. Hold on. There we go. All right, I see him. All right, I'm gonna do some editing. Guys, tell me what you're excited for Zeldathon. Tell me what you're looking forward to, what you want. As I. Oh god, that's the end screen. Whoops. You saw nothing. All right. The whole thing. All right, hold on. All right, just gonna do some quick edits here. Esteban, if you can hear me, you're just chilling for now. I'm just setting up my layout. Yeah. Give me a sec here. Sorry, guys, as I do this kind of live. And all right, so Esteban is here. Esteban hosted, or not hosted, but filmed all of the footage for Money Making Game, which is going to be premiering at the marathon. So that's super cool. Let me crop this properly. Hold on. Yeah. There we go. There's you, and then after we get Monica in, I'll crop her in as well. Monica's in chat, but she hasn't said anything for a while. Making hot chocolate. All right, Monica, come on. I just realized I put you under Monica's square in the whole thing. Hold on. Yeah, me too. That looks good. I'm sure it's going to get messed up a whole bunch once Monica joins in, but for now it's fine. We can all. Oh yeah, Mojo's getting confused because she's also Monica XD. Well, we're just chilling. I might as well give the stream the audio for Esteban for now. All right, just actually, this is a good audio check. Esteban, if you want to talk for a bit,
Hi. Hello, everybody. How's it
Yeah,
going?
they can't see you, but they can hear you now.
Oh,
Let me
that's
know how
creepy.
let me know how the audio levels are for you guys.
Hello, hello. Check 1, 2. Check. Welcome to the show.
Wow, it's like this guy does filming for a profession or
Just a little
something.
bit.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sorry,
Awesome. All right.
pull the chat myself. Actually,
Yeah,
that's YouTube. Wait, there we go.
he's audible but a bit quieter. All right, let's turn you up a little bit. And that should be
Turn my
good.
headphones up. Let me
Oh,
hear my snare.
yeah.
Oh God, just broke everybody's earphones.
True. Guys, we're going to be heading into an interview section in just a bit with Esteban and Monica. Hope you're looking forward to that. If you want to donate to Zeldathon, there's still plenty of time. Donate.zeldathon.net is the place to go. If you want to ask questions to either me, Monica, or Esteban, zeldathon.net/ask is the link to go. Please ask us lots of stupid questions, because that's the only kind of question I want to hear. Bro, please.
Cool. All right.
This is why you don't edit layouts live, by the way, folks.
Yeah, that's a rough deal right there.
Yeah, it's fine. I should have done a test, but it's okay. Why is Zelda not the boy? I don't know. That's just how they wrote the story, man. Zelda can be whatever you want. All right, let me take a look real quick at the question doc. I hope you guys have been filling this with lots of cool questions. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow, there's a whole template for the interview? Wow. Excellent.
Oh, I actually haven't looked at the stock myself.
Question. That's a good. I've seen some good questions. Guys, please direct yourselves. Oh, hold on. I think Monica joined. Let me see here. Nope, never mind. Oh, it's just okay. I can't change my Discord. That's why.
Is it here?
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Monica has 2 minutes left before she's late. I want everyone.
That must be a good cup of hot chocolate.
Yeah, it better be. Here, I'm gonna transition over to this screen real quick so you can see more of me.
Let me mute this.
I'm gonna play Unescape. Let's see, guys. I want to see so many questions here. I want everyone in chat to ask a question. Everybody in chat here, go to zeldathon.net/ask. Ask your question. Make sure it's stupid, but also stream appropriate.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, as appropriate as you want it to be. Whoever's doing questions, by the way, if you can hear me, feel free to put in whatever stupid questions people put in, no matter how like inappropriate or whatever. I'll filter through them. I'll make them appropriate. I'm an expert at that. I'm doing it for years. Dude, 69 viewers, by the way. Oh, remember when I said I was going to keep it appropriate? There you go. That's the gamer number.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's the layup, as we call it.
True. 8:59. Monica has 45 seconds before she's late.
I used to think she was prompt, but
When,
aren't you Canadians usually on time? What is this?
listen, having hung out with Monica in real life several times, I can tell you, prompt is not a word I would use to describe her. There's many great words I would use to describe Monica. I don't know if prompt falls into that definition. Oh, actually, that reminds me about something. Just roasting Monica casually reminded me of something I want to hype up here. Oh, here's Monica, by the way. Shoutouts.
Excuse me, it's 9 p.m. I am here.
You are so late.
She was hearing me trash talking her.
I was.
If that's how you're reacting now, I really want to hear how you react during the roast of Zeldathon starting 10 p.m. on December 27th. Look forward to that, guys. This is an event that's going to be hosted by me and Zach. and we're going to be cycling through a bunch of Zeldathoners and just roasting them like crazy. We're going to give them the time of their lives. It's going to be Duggernaut, Ganon11, Monica, Luke Lightrage, Pop-Tart Gamer, Eric himself. I don't know who else. I think that's it. The Super MC Gamer is going to get roasted. It's going to be great. We're just going to riff on people the whole time. 10 p.m. EST is the time zone that I'm referring to. It's going to be super fun. And now I get to re-edit my layout now that Monica's actually here. Sick. Let me just... Monica.
I'm just here to keep you on your toes, obviously.
Yeah. Why toes? Is that a foot thing?
Let's go, feet.
Let's go feet.
You baited me.
I did.
It was low hanging fruit, but you set me up for it.
Listen, would you expect anything less of me?
This is fair.
Okay, so there's Monica, and let me get Esteban here real quick for you guys. We're almost ready to start with the interview, folks. I just got to do some final stream magic, and then you'll see their lovely mugs.
And my messy living room.
Yeah.
I do have a lovely mug.
Mm-hmm.
Literal lovely mug.
I promise I found that funny. I'm just busy editing the layout.
It's okay, I'll laugh at my own joke.
Yeah. As you do. That's going in the roast, by the way. Oh, there he is. There he is. Awesome, awesome. This is looking nice. This layout's looking good. All right, transition. My name's not Anthony Fantino, but if you love Zeldathon, let me know. If you love it, you hate it, leave a comment below. Here they are, Monica and Esteban themselves.
Hello.
Hope you're ready for the interview section. This is going to be super cool. So, I'm following the template here, which says say that it's the last Zeldathon before Forces. Last Zeldathon before
the last
Forces.
one. This is it. All right.
Oh
Close
no,
the shot, everybody.
Monka S.
Zeldathon.
Peace. We out.
Press F in the chat for Zeldathon.
Drop a
please.
hot F there real quick. So introduce yourselves. Monica, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Okay. Howdy, I am omgitsmonika. You may recognize me from some such places as Zeldathon. I like trolling. I play the violin. I might play other instruments there. Stay tuned.
Suspenseful.
Cool.
But yeah. You'll have to watch and see. There might be other stuff.
Esteban, would you like to
Okay, I
introduce
guess it's my
yourself?
turn.
Real?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Esteban. I do video and gaming and stuff like that. I do interviews. I met these fools in the last, year and a half at this point now?
True.
Yeah.
God, time flies. But I've been the one shooting all the interviews for the Money Making Game documentary. MC brought me in, and now they gave me an award, which is like back on my refrigerator over there.
Look at that. Wow.
I think
Let's go.
yeah. So now I think they own me in some weird way. It's strange. Anyway, I'm glad to be here.
True.
One of
Great.
us.
Awesome. And I'm Vidya James. You know me already. I've been here for an hour. You're probably sick of me at this point. Let's get into these guys. All right. So, first of all, I'd like to ask you guys. I know this question, but some of the viewers might not. What was the first marathon that you ever attended? Please talk about that for a little bit.
Esteban, do you want to go first?
No, I was going to give it to you. The
Ooh.
Canadians look so nice. Just like, hey,
Wow.
would you like to go first?
Oh my goodness, I have the
Excuse
best
me.
hat in reach that I'll
Uh-oh.
surprise you with later on in this interview.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Oh, do you want to go? You want me to go?
You can go.
Okay.
Take it away.
God. Okay. So I had no idea what Zeldathon was an hour ago, a year and a half ago, until somebody named Super MC Gamer hit me up in my DMs. He slid into my DMs. And he was like, hey, I like your work with Awesome Games Done Quick and all your video stuff that you do. I'm thinking about doing a documentary on this thing I do for charity called Zeldathon. Would you like to come check it out? Well, first we're going to try to raise money for it, but would you like to come check it out so we can have stuff for a Kickstarter? So I said, sure, why not? And I think it was, Zeldathon Champion? I think that's
Summer was the first one you were there,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
yeah. So I showed up not knowing what to expect because my only experience with stuff like this has been like awesome games done quick, and so I expected like a stage and like an audience, and I was really confused on how you were gonna play like Zelda games for 7 days straight because there's like not that many Zelda games. But I was like, all right, whatever. Like this is a gig. Let me go check it out. And I got there, and it was like a very large room with a stage, a tech desk, and that was it. And I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for this. So so yeah, but it was really cool, and so that's how I kind of started getting involved with things. We shot everything. The Kickstarter did well, and then I came back for the next year, which is like I can't believe this is like 2 years now, or it's going to be 2 years now. God,
One of
and
us.
Get ready, because that number's gonna go up quick, and you're like, where did the time go?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I got to know the team during a bunch of interviews. I got to know the story of Zeldathon as an event, the team members at the event, how everything works, and hopefully, MC's been working on this documentary that's going to premiere this marathon. So hopefully, you'll see the fruits of my labor, our labor, really, come this winter. And now I'm going to come back this time as part of a team, and as an attendee. And that's interesting. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
That's me.
True. Guys, Money Making Game, the documentary, premieres 3:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on December 30th, live at zeldathon.net. Be sure to check it out. It's going to be super nostalgic, super cool. Lots of fun interviews and clips from previous marathons. That Esteban and MC have put in a ton of work into this, and I'm really looking forward to it all paying off. So that's I guess that's kind of Esteban's run that he's doing on the schedule. That's like as close as it's going to get for now. Esteban, do you think you'll ever? Ooh,
that's not exactly true. I mean, Monica will talk more about it, but I will be part of the zombie slaying squad.
Ooh, that's actually what I wanted to go into next. Monica, you've got 2 games on the schedule that you're listed under. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Oh, sure do.
Yeah.
But the intro of it is I got into Zeldathon from a fantastic site called Radio Hyrule, because I was really into music first, and I didn't even know Twitch existed when I found out about Zeldathon.
Mm-hmm.
And Zeldathon is actually what got me into Twitch, and I made an account to watch MC actually. So it was not one of the Minecraft squad at the beginning. Yeah, that was the long story short of how I got into it. And then, eventually I started playing games at marathons rather than just violin. So this time, I'll be playing part of Wind Waker, which how I got into that was a hilarious story.
Mm-hmm.
So Hipster told me that he was planning a Wind Waker run with Lindsay Pez. I was like, oh, that sounds super cool. And then I didn't realize that he was asking me when he told me about the run to join the run. So I kind of unwittingly agreed to play a game that I had never played before. I think the first time that I played my section of it was November. So that'll be interesting.
On whose Wii U, by the way? Whose Wii U are you running it on?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, Jamie lent me a Wii U, so I was actually able to start learning the game that I had unwittingly agreed to play.
True.
So stay tuned. That'll be interesting. And then, Left 4 Dead 2. So starting from the second marathon that I attended, which was actually Esteban's first, Champions, I have been submitting Left 4 Dead 2 with the Ocarina of Time dungeon mods as a run every single time. So I did it legitimately the first time, and then after that, it somewhat turned into a running joke. And then unbeknownst to me, this marathon, it was actually accepted. So buckle up.
You know what else? You know what else is a running joke? The ball pit. You know what else is a running joke? It's 2. I'm moving on.
Wow.
Left 4 Dead 2. That's going to be super fun.
Yeah, oh man. And I'm super happy to have Esteban on board too. So we're definitely throwing you right into it in the midst of it as your first time as attendee. And I popped off because I realized you haven't been sorted yet. So that'll be exciting too.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work because I'm literally showing up the day of the premiere. So I don't know how that's gonna work.
We have to sort you.
That's an MC problem, not me.
Yeah, we gotta sort you as you're like walking into the premiere. I think that'd be sweet.
Just like tired. I've been on like an airplane for 4 hours. Just drag me in the room, have me touch
That's the
this
best
thing.
time.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Can't believe Esteban is real tendy. You
I'm
don't.
so
How did
excited.
this happen?
You don't. Well, you don't have the documentary anymore, so I mean, we want to bring you back, but
We had to find out how to keep you.
Yeah.
We couldn't let you get away. We're
We
like,
like
no,
you
no,
too
no.
much.
This one's a good one.
That's what I love about
We
it.
thought about handcuffs, but you know, it's too tacky.
True. Yeah. So, is there anyone else you want to mention who's part of it? Is it just you and Esteban for Left 4 Dead, or is there anyone else?
No, there's actually Duggernaut as
Dugger.
well. Yeah, so it'll be a fun squad. I'm pulling it up just so I can see and I make sure I don't leave anyone out. Hipster will be playing with us as well. I'm super excited for that. Who else is playing? Pop Tart Gamer is part of the crew as well. Oh,
no.
yeah. I think Smoople is in there too. Oh god, why am I drawing a blank? Oh, Dan is actually in there as well. Who else am I forgetting?
You're forgetting one.
Romscout had to drop out of it.
Oh,
But,
you're
yeah.
lame.
I
He's in
was
the
so
chat too. You're lame.
Boo! Boo! Just
Aw,
drops his sick run and leaves.
I was so excited to see him play a shooter, but we'll have to rope him into something later at another point. So what's gonna happen, I think, is we'll do the campaigns, both of them, and then perhaps as well, we'll see time permitting if maybe it'll be a donation incentive or something. We'll see if we can squeeze in a little bit of verses, which is the best sort of chaos. It's my favorite. Honestly, Left 4 Dead versus mode is my favorite sort of chaos, and it's part of why Left 4 Dead is one of my favorite video games of all time. If you've never played it, oh my god, you're missing out. I 100% recommend boot it up, play versus with a crew of people, and it's the jankiest, best fun ever on wrecking your friends' days.
It's real fun.
Mm-hmm. True. All right, guys. That sounds super cool. You got some super exciting stuff lined up for the marathon. I'm looking forward to a lot. Monica's runs. Wind Waker HD starts at 7:15 a.m. on the 29th of December, and I'm not sure which section you're going to be playing, but there's a lot of cool people. So yeah, the very start. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the premise for it is because I've never played Wind Waker, I have never played the later bosses, so it's a Monica Suffer percent run. So if you want to watch me suffer during this run,
my
meet the
favorite
donation
category.
goals, and then I will have to play bosses I have never played before. So I'll give them each one attempt before they kick my butt, and then I'll hand it off to one of the pros.
True.
But if you want to watch me sweat and suffer, oh man, it's gonna be a mess.
And then 4 a.m. on January 1st, rather, Left 4 Dead 2. It's gonna be happening.
Yeah?
Guys, if you want to check out the schedule for Zeldathon, zeldathon.net/schedule, everything will be converted to your local time zone. So all the times I'm saying, maybe it doesn't apply to you, but if you go to the schedule, it'll say it right. So be sure to check that out for all the exciting runs, including Left 4 Dead 2, Wind Waker HD, and Money Making Game. Going to be
Left 4 Dead at 4 a.m. Oh boy. After Jam Train too, actually. Oh man.
You're gonna be exhausted. You're gonna be exhausted.
I hope people are ready for the best sleep-deprived silliness, because that's all that I can promise you.
So Monica, we're just gonna like chill during Ocarina of Time crowd control, just like get silly and like just hype ourselves up for the run. It's gonna be great.
Oh
yeah. Oh yeah. All right, guys. Moving on. So like, well, this is an interesting question here.
I'm sorry if there's a dog barking in the background.
There's not a dog barking, but I'm hearing some clipping noises. I'm not sure who it's from, but we'll move on. We'll get past it. You guys have push to talk. That might be cool if you want to enable that, but I'm not your mother. Anyway, so here's a question.
Not my mother. We haven't tested this. Anyway.
All right, so you got Zeldathon, you got messed up sleep schedules, you got sheets runs, classic staples of the marathon, but means that it leads to not only the healthiest in lifestyle choices. What do you guys do to keep going on that fifth day when your exhaustion might start to creep in? You know, you gain a little little sick, little flu feelings. You might get the digestion's not as good after all those sheets, matzo sticks. What's your strat for that? What's your play?
After you.
Okay, so my main strat is just don't stop. Number one. And if you
Interesting
know
advice.
me, during the marathon, I will run on caffeine, and I need to get out of the hotel, the Mars Hotel, and go for caffeine runs. So essentially, I'll just wander around. I'll see if anyone else wants to go for a walk and get coffee, and yeah.
Lots of water, lots of caffeine. Eating, that's important.
Can you say that
I've
first one
done
again?
this stuff from. No. Eating. It's tough because it's like 5 days in, especially if you've been doing the long haul of 18 hours, 20 hours. Uh, you feel it. You feel it pretty rough. And like the last year or whatever, I've been doing staying up and doing interviews, which is pretty mentally taxing.
Yep.
4 hours, 5 hours of interviews, and it's like getting all these stories and making sure the camera's equipment is recording, make sure the audio is good, making sure that I'm engaging the interviewee and stuff like that. So it gets pretty rough. So I actually think like the biggest thing or biggest advice I could give is like, if you have 25 minutes, if you have an hour, take a nap. Like, just go back to the room, take a nap. It's okay. Like, don't let FOMO uh make you exhausted, because it's better for you to be healthy, because in the long run you're going to get sick if you stay up too late, if you eat bad and all that kind of stuff. So I like to take naps when I can, even if it means missing out on some of the marathon stuff.
Super good advice. Tendies, please take note. Take breaks. Hydrate.
Jamie, what's your strat?
My strat. What I actually do is kind of interesting. So I look at the schedule ahead of time, and I actually plan out my sleep in advance, basically based on what runs, like based on my own run. That's kind of the main thing. I go to a lot of like conventions and stuff, and my usual mantra for that is like every day pick one thing you want to do and just base your entire day around that. There's things you're gonna miss because you're gonna be in line for some of the more popular panels. So plan around that and just keep a schedule to yourself and do what you want to do most. So that's kind of what I do at Zeldathon. There's some runs that I'll say like, okay, well, I really can't work this one in, but I really want to be for this one on this day, so that's what I'm going to be up for. And then, oh look, my run is at 4 a.m. the next day, so maybe I'll stay up a little bit later so that I go to bed at like, I don't know, 8 a.m. and then I'll be well rested for 4 a.m. Or something like that. That's usually how I do about it. I also have a car, so I can drive and get real food. So I'm kind of a cheater, but that's kind of what I do. And I think that should be the advice I give to everyone watching the marathon as well, in terms of pick the runs that you want to watch the most and just base it around that, because nobody likes staying up for 24 hours just to see all of the marathon. It just doesn't work. So try to balance it as best you can. Plan schedules. Good advice. All right.
There's always VODs later for anything you miss.
There's always VODs. That is very, very, very true. Okay. Let's move into some of... All right, Monica. When you play a game at Zeldathon, or basically any gaming marathon, be it Zeldathon or games done quick, speaking of, we're going to be there. Yeah. Yeah, Esteban's going to be there too.
I work for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Small plug. I'm just going to hype beast you up a little bit there.
It's the GDQ squad. Let's go.
True. Yeah. Anybody else going to GDQ, hit us up. We're going to be there. It's going to be cool. Right after Zeldathon. Starts the day after Zeldathon ends, basically.
I'm literally leaving Zeldathon to go straight to GDQ.
Monica and I are going to be driving back to Toronto before flying out. So that's going to be fun stuff. But Monica, when you play a game at Zeldathon, you're a musician and you have practice routines and stuff like that. Do you find any similarities with your gaming practice or anything like that?
Oh yeah, like 100%. And I was really baffled and surprised by that. And I found out that's kind of why I like running games, because when I learn a piece of music, normally you never just start out and try to play the whole thing from start to end. Like, I mean, I guess the very first attempt you do. But then after that, what you do is you always break it down into nice little manageable chunks. So, like, if there's one particular passage that gives you a rough time, you practice that over and over again. So, my strategy for that is the 10 times perfect. So, you keep practicing until you get it once perfect. And then once you get it 10 times in a row perfect, then you can move on and go to the next part. So, that's how I do music. And then, oh, honestly, along the same lines. So, like, when I was practicing Ages, when I did that like 2 marathons ago, I would break down everything into dungeon by dungeon, and same with Ocarina of Time when I had that run. So just break everything up, and then it's easier to like sit down and do one run of something and then come back to it later so you can take a break.
It's kind of how you have to go about it, because if you're just going to run the whole thing all the time, just grind out full runs, it's just not going to be productive for you. You need to get good at the small stuff first before you go large scale. I definitely agree. Yeah. That's how I tackle when I do speed runs. That's kind of what I do as well. And speaking of, for the Majora's Mask, I don't know if you guys were here when I promoted it, but I'm going to be doing an any percent run if we hit a certain amount at the marathon. And I don't actually know how to do an any percent run. I just know all the tricks in isolation. So it's going to be everything kind of coming together for one scuffed, awful, no reset run. It's going to be great. All right.
Esteban, when you're going through editing, do you do like little chunks? Like if you know one person has an interview, do you focus on that one or you just do whole big picture?
It depends. At the moment now, because I'm working on projects that are like so big, like 40 minutes to like 2 hour kind of videos. It's kind of I kind of think about where I want the story to go in terms of what plot beats I want to hit, and so I'll make like segments in my editor or like timelines in my editor for each plot beat, and then I'll take all the interview, all the sound bites that relate to that, and put them in, and then I kind of edit each one as like an individual movie, and then combine them together and work on the pacing when they're all set. So that's kind of my process now.
Cool. Sounds good. Guys, just as a reminder, at the end of the Zeldathon show, I will be asking these two viewer-submitted questions. And these guys love a good question. And when I say good, I mean really, really bad. So make sure to submit your dumbest, memeiest, awful, and hard-to-answer questions at zeldathon.net/ask. I want to see this doc filled with questions by the time we get to the question period. It's gonna be pretty fun. All right, Esteban. So you kind of have this unique story in Zeldathon, in that you were hired in for the documentary, but now you're part of the family, and like this is like kind of normal to you. Like you have a whole bunch of ambitions and projects. Like you got whole back to block, and you work for GDQ and stuff like that. So it's just another like day in the life of Esteban. Did you not really expect to become more involved in Zeldathon than just the documentary filming?
I mean, I'm a freelance videographer, so like I go all over the place at all times. I literally was in Thailand 2 weeks ago for
Yeah.
an event. So like i- I never go in expecting things to stick or anything like that. Like usually like with GDQ, the first time I went because I knew somebody who was on staff. I wanted to try to shoot like a video for it, and that turned into me doing their finale videos. So like if you've ever seen the end of a GDQ stream, those videos at the end of the stream are me. I shoot and I edit and I put all those together. Um, but that didn't start out as like me looking for a job. It started out as me just like trying to do something different. Um, Similar to here, like I took the original gig because it was something I'd never done before or something I had not seen before or anything like that. So it just interested me.
Yeah.
Did I think that a year and a half, 2 years later that I'd be like about to be doing a game on stream or something like that? Or no. It's cool and I'm glad it worked out that way. But I mean, when I got hired to do a job,
Right.
and I focused on the job first. In fact, like I didn't really talk to anybody until like a year in because I was focused on said job. And then like it, once I knew I had everything I needed, like in the can or whatnot, like the hard part was over. Then I started to relax a little bit and start to talk to people. Um, so no, but I'm happy it worked out this way. Is kind of the answer to that question.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. And I mean, we're definitely happy to have known you and got to become your friend as well, because you're super cool. You're rad.
I try.
That's like, yeah.
Easiest, yes.
Easiest, yes. So this actually kind of segues into something else I wanted to talk about. back when I did my interview for Money Making Game, it was actually me and Monica together. So this isn't the first time this squad has been kind of together. I think that was like one of the first times I really got to talk to Esteban, which was super cool. Monica, you remember that too, right?
Oh my god, that was actually such a fun time. I really enjoyed that. And then like after that, I feel like I got to know Esteban a bit better. So then like I would chirp him during other interviews, like when he was trying to interview MC and there was chaos on the couch. Like, oh, how's that going for you, bud?
True.
Jackson Perotti is a force unknown to man and unlike any other.
Very true. I remember some of the stuff we talked about. We talked about Mission, which was your first marathon, Monica. Remember that?
Oh my god, yeah, no, I just like right sitting down today actually, I thought how the other time that I did the Zeldathon show was right before I was going to Zeldathon and I had never been before. And that was, yeah, 2 years ago now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And like Jamie was saying to you before, Esteban, like time flies. You'll be like, oh God, has it already been 2 years?
Yeah.
Like it'll catch up with you.
And guys, I'm happy to report the weather on Mars on December 26th is clear skies. We're not having another snowmageddon. It is fine. We are going to be okay.
You just jinxed it. You just jinxed it.
Well, Google jinxed it because I'm just reading off what that says. So type in Mars weather and you'll get not where we are, but you know I know where it is. So in before surprise blizzard, Monka S. Oh, that's gonna be something else. And okay, so Esteban, you're all self-taught. You never took any kind of classes or anything like that. Like you don't have a degree or anything. This is all just your own experience. Is that correct?
So I do have a degree. I have a degree in interactive multimedia from
Okay.
the College of New Jersey, which is like the most like it's like the John Smith name of colleges.
All right.
But before all that, I actually taught myself how to edit
Okay.
and shoot video by myself.
Right. So how long have you been involved in like videography? Like what's your background in that?
Oh man, I think I got my first. I've done like video work here and there, or like video stuff like here and there, especially class from since like maybe 2008, so like 11 years. But I didn't really start shooting on my own and editing on my own, especially for like fighting game stuff, until like 2012, 2011ish. Yeah, so it's been about 8 years.
Okay. Yeah. Quite the decade for you.
Yeah, it's been surprising, but I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, no, I mean, you do all sorts of cool things. Like, I know you said you were in Thailand 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I was there for the Tekken World Finals.
Where else have you been this year? You've been all over the world, haven't you?
I can barely remember what I was before Thailand, but usually it's like, all around the States. Like, I went to Alaska for the first time this year. I went to
Canada! You
usually
came to Canada!
I was
Calgary.
in Canada. I was in Montreal. I did a stream with my friend Wooly up there. Thailand. I think I said Japan.
Yep.
Korea. Went to visit a mutual friend of ours.
True.
And it's just, I think every weekend I've been on a plane, which is fun the first 3 times, and now I hate pressurized tubes.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah, I think for myself, between like January and June, I was on like 15 different planes. So I was like, I was experiencing that too. Thankfully, I kind of relaxed the second half of the year, but I assume you do kind of get used to it, but you also just get sick of it.
Yeah, like I found it like so the way to get to Thailand from here is that you have to go to Japan first. So it's like one stop in the US and then Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And I've realized I've done the trip to Japan so many times that like it feels like a normal flight. And that's when things get scary.
Yeah.
That flight's 14 hours long. And it's like, oh wow, it's done just because I did this 3 months ago. I'm very thankful to be able to do what I do and be able to travel and stuff like that. But the travel part is definitely the roughest part.
Understandable.
Yeah, I remember like my flight to Asia the first time I went. I watched all 3 extended Lord of the Rings movies.
Nerd.
And then I was still faced. They're amazing. You stop that. But yeah, after finishing those, I was like, wow, I still have an hour and a half to kill. So yeah, I think that was right when Pokemon Black and White came out. So I played those and made it really far in the game too. Esteban, unfortunately, we didn't get to time it. There was one time JB was flying on a flight And he let me know, like, right when he was overhead, he's like, it should be my plane. And I actually could see him, and it was so ridiculous. We should have done that when you were going from Montreal to Calgary. It would have been the best opportunity. Oh,
Guess who didn't save the video, by the way, when they took that of the plane. I can't believe this, Monica. Yeah. Um, I get bored on planes, so I pay for in-flight Wi-Fi because I'm a scrub like that. But that's fine. I make do with what I have.
So you're the one funding this. You're the one keeping us going.
Oh no, it's all me. Speaking of flying, speaking of traveling, Monica, we went somewhere earlier this year. Remember that?
oh yeah, that was honestly a grand time. And then we got to meet a lot of cool people. We actually were fortunate enough to be asked to go represent Zeldathon at St. Jude. So for the St. Jude Pili Live Summit, Jamie and I were there in Memphis, and we got to meet a whole bunch of cool people, some of which who you will see at this marathon now. So we got to meet Tabatai, and we didn't meet his wife Monastash there, but she'll be there at this marathon. It'll be both of their first time at Forces.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be very, very cool. And then we got to see some familiar faces as well. Katie was there, and she'll be back at this marathon as well too. So yeah,
she's gonna be there for the first day and a half. So that'll be sick to see her again. Katie, Mini Kitty, owner of the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter account, a meme lord extraordinaire, if you will, bringing it back at Zeldathon. That'll be super cool. Tabatai cooking streamer who knows a couple of our friends as well. Feel free to check out his Twitch as well. I'm not sure if they're still in chat, but as well as like Monostash, also a streamer. So show those guys some love. Catch them at the marathon. It'll be super sick.
it was so funny. I turned up on the first day of St. Jude, like after there had been a break the ice dinner and stuff already, and Jamie was getting there after me. So I showed up not knowing anyone at all, like kind of terrified, shaking in my boots. And
Mom, I'm scared.
honestly though, honestly, because like normally I'm an extrovert, but when there's groups of people talking, I really struggle with going up and like introducing myself. I feel very awkward with that. But Tabatai was there by himself too. And I forget how we mentioned it, but both of us figured out that we knew Bonds, and we honestly popped off over that. We figured out that we both knew Bonds and Basunify, and then yeah, instant friendship. So yeah.
Very true. And we actually had this funny run-in at the airport too, because I was just flying back from Sweden visiting Maria, and I didn't even leave. Like I got to Pearson, I switched terminals, and I didn't even go home. I like went straight to my next flight, and I ran into Monica there. Unfortunately, we were on different flights, but we got to hang out for a little bit before we actually met again in Memphis.
It was like a relay race. We did like a high five tag team, and then parted ways.
It was great. Play Live was super fun too. We got to meet some of the TSG guys as well. Had some fun run-ins with a couple others. It was a really good time. I hope that whoever goes to Play Live to represent Zeldathon this time has as much fun as we did, because it was super fun when we went. All right, Monica, I have one more question for you. You are a musician, and you're going to be part of the Jam Train. So, can you tell us a little bit about your experience playing violin? Do you want to talk about your background and any other musical background that you might have?
Yeah, sure. So I started violin when I was 4, and kind of begrudgingly so in the beginning years. So my thing was, when my mom would ask me to practice, I would hide in the music room behind a chair, because that was the last place she thought to look. So like when she was going to tell me I need to go practice, she would look in my room and like anywhere else around the house, and she wouldn't ever think to go look there. So it was kind of crafty. But then I played a lot of Ocarina of Time as a kid, and I started figuring out that I could noodle around on those songs, and that honestly made me like music a lot more. And then so much so eventually that I went and decided to study music in school. So yeah. But then the funny thing was too, with the practicing as a kid, I had a barter and trade system with my mom too, because I really wanted to play video games. Like I really just wanted to play Super Mario 64 or Zelda. And she said, Monica, whenever you want to play a game, if you play violin for a half hour, I will let you play N64 for a half hour, and I won't nag you as you play.
It's a fun deal.
Yeah. So then that happened, and then when I was 11, I begged to learn how to play piano because I don't know, I saw someone playing the Grieg Piano Concerto, amazing piece by the way if you've never heard it. And then like it kind of slapped me in the face that I want to learn piano. It's an amazing instrument. And then the deal changed. I need to play a half hour of piano and a half hour of violin. Then I can play a half hour of games. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
then, yeah, eventually I ended up loving it. So now I don't. It's definitely an imbalance where I play music more than I play games now. But
And you play in an orchestra now too.
yeah, I play in 2 orchestras. And then I still like to do a lot of playing by ear. So I mostly got into playing by ear. Like that's how you do any sort of fiddle music. So when I play, I'm mostly like a classical musician.
Right.
But then any by ear stuff, so like I never use notes or sheet music when I play video game music or fiddle tunes.
True. And kind of branching off of that, a lot of the stuff that happens at Zeldathon for music stuff is also improv. So what goes into your like how do you practice that? Because a lot of it is on the spot.
Yeah, so usually what happens for that is a bunch of us will be like, hey, let's do a medley, or we have a general idea of when we're going to do a medley, and then we meet up. It's whoever's around, usually in the game room, and we make whoever's practicing the game suffer as they listen to us practice. But we'll kind of come up with an idea of pieces that we like relating to the medley we're going to do. So, for instance, if Ocarina of Time is playing in the background, we'll be like, okay, let's play some music from that game. Or if it's a game like Hyrule Warriors, our usual cop out is like, let's do a town music medley. So then we can pull music from a bunch of different games and it's still kind of a coherent theme. So then what we do is we figure out what pieces we're going to play, what keys we're going to play them in, who's going to do what in those little instances, and then how we get from point A to point B. So how we trail everything together and
How you
make it.
segue and stuff.
Yeah. And then we usually write it on a little whiteboard, and that's kind of what we go off of. And Dan had an amazing quote, I think like 2 marathons ago, that sums up the medley experience entirely if you're a musician. So like him and I were going in and sitting down, and he goes, I have a vague understanding of what I'm doing. I'm like, oh my,
Yep.
if that doesn't sum it up perfectly, that's music at Zeldathon. Like you have a vague understanding, you just go.
I think that sums up a lot of our approaches to things in life.
Oh my, entirely.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
That was me with the interviews. I have a vague understanding of what's going on around here.
True.
It's like my new favorite phrase, and like I definitely give full credit to Dan for that, but it's so applicable for so many situations.
All right, guys. There's still time to get your questions in. We're going to start asking some viewer-submitted questions. If you want to get your question read on the show, go to zeldathon.net/ask. That is the URL you want to go to. Ask us dumb questions. Direct them at Monica. Direct them at Esteban. Direct them at me if you want. Direct them at all of us. It doesn't matter. There's also still lots of time to donate to Zeldathon at donate.zeldathon.net. We are currently at $3,000.50. We are looking to raise $10,000 before the marathon begins. That's our goal. If you can help out at all in any way, promote the marathon or donate yourself at donate.zeldathon.net. Let's get into some of these viewer questions, shall we? All right. Out of all this, what's that?
I have no idea what happened. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're on your phone now. You switched your camera.
My computer I got a new computer because my old one died very suddenly, much like this. And the new one just turned off on me. I'm sorry, but I'm back.
You're back here. Let me redo this. All right, Monica, you're gonna be very big. I hope that's okay.
Oh no.
You're just gonna be the whole screen. The whole screen is just you.
Here, I can do that actually. Hold on, give me a sec here. Let me do some layout magic. Monica is now the whole screen. No, not yet.
No.
Here we go. Hey. There you go. It's all just Monica.
I can't see the actual layout.
Oh God.
I'm doing everything in my power to avoid making a Just Monica joke right now, by the way.
Oh no.
I'm actually making it a challenge to myself to avoid all Doki Doki Literature Club jokes during the roast, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That's
Yeah.
actually very kind of you.
Yeah, it's just funnier that way.
Aw.
Guys, since there's not going to be any Just Monica jokes at the roast, please at omgitsmonika right now and just say Just Monica because she hates it.
You had to. You
I
had to.
Yeah, nope. I gotta get them out now.
Okay, I figured out that I didn't actually plug in my computer. I thought that I did, so I can
You
give
idiot.
you that.
Nice.
I literally just got it today, so bear with me. I did the full gauntlet. I got a new phone yesterday and a new computer today, so I am sorry if I am struggling
That's
with
okay.
technology. I'm trying my best.
All right. Yes, sure. You can make no. M2 jokes are so 2015. You got to make Gatsu jokes now. Gatsu is the new Smash player that I look like. I went over a transformation.
A rebrand, if you will.
All right. Here is the first question from this doc that I will ask. Out of all the songs you've heard from the infamous Jam Train, what are your top 5 favorite songs? That's from Leolite. I don't know if I can pick a top 5.
What if all of us say a top 3?
Top 3. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's do it. If any of you say Chocobo, I'm removing you from the call right now. We'll do the interview without you.
Damn. All right.
The Chocobros! Okay, do you want to... Yeah, you guys can...
I've only been to one. So
Oh,
it's
yeah?
like,
All right.
well, 2. I guess 2, but I've only done the one on New Year's once, and then the one for summer. So 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Pokemon theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Anytime that comes up, I think I might have just invented this in my head, but "Don't Stop Believing" has that played?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's 2. God, any song that makes Doug and Jamie act a fool in the back.
True.
Those are my
Yes.
top
Easiest,
3.
yes.
Mountain Man. Good bit.
Easiest, yes.
Yep.
Jamie, do you want to go?
All right. Cruel Angel's Thesis, because I'm a weeb. Oh Canada, because it's funny.
Yes! I was going to say, oh, Canada's
oh,
in mine, too.
God, what's the third one that I think would be funny?
Chocobros?
No. Monica, I swear. This is your first and only
fastest
strike. First and only strike, Monica. You're in a short lease. And my second favorite is Doki Doki Literature Club soundtrack. I don't know. I don't actually listen. You want to say Chocobro again? Is that where you want to go? Because I can replace your picture in this with the Monica from Doki Doki if you want. I will do it. I will run it. Well, look at how sad she is. She's so sad.
I just had a very Zoolander moment because I had plugged in my laptop now to start charging so I can go back to laptop and I can see what people are saying again, but then I couldn't find the power button and it was just the files are inside the
files
computer
are
moment.
in the computer. Press 1 in chat if you've seen Zoolander. Let's see if we're boomers. That's kind of a boomer movie at this point.
Is it really?
Dude,
Yeah, that's an old movie.
Came out like 2001. It's super old. There's 2 ones. All right, we're old. 3 ones. Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Great movie, by the way.
Next question comes from Monostash. It's addressed to Monica, but I'm going to address it at Esteban as well. If you had to smooch a Left 4 Dead special zombie, which one would it be?
Ooh. Probably a jockey, honestly, because like Spitter has the whole spitting thing going on. Smoker has like the long tongue and like very janky. A hunter, you can't see any. It's just a hood. Like I feel like a hunter has strong Dementor vibes, and I very firmly stick with that opinion. But then,
go ahead.
Tailing back to my previous question, obviously.
Oh God, I forgot to. I'm sorry.
No worries. Oh, Canada is one of the faves. So here's the big hat and bill.
Oh my God, get that. Wow.
Just like God. Okay, so
Wow.
that was the one and only time you'll see that.
My
hat.
country is on fire, and you think it's a joke?
Yeah. Oh Canada. Honestly, when the Sailor Moon song came up the one time, I really, really hate singing in front of people, but I love Sailor Moon so much. And like I was looking around, like waiting to see if anyone else would do it. I'm like, please, like someone has to do it. Like give Sailor Moon that justice. So like that's one that'll get me to pop off. And then honestly, whenever anything classical music is speckled in, I get really excited.
True.
But then Banjo Kazooie stuff too, I pop off for that. Like Jam Train, there's a lot of songs too that I have no idea. Like I couldn't tell you the title or the game that it's from. Like you're just kind of there playing what works in the moment.
Watch out, guys. We got a fake gamer girl over here. Monka S. Oh.
God.
All right.
Okay, I'm switching back to my laptop.
Oh god,
so
I gotta
will...
recrop everything.
Oh, should I just stick like
no,
this?
No, do it. I don't want you to hold your phone.
We're here to make you happy. Go for it.
We're here to make you work, Jamie. Okay, I will be right back.
Okay. Oh god, now Esteban is.
Oh no, everything broke.
Wrong position. Okay, you're fine. It just says you're Monica. So there we go. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. All right, Monica. Let me just make you a little bit smaller. You're muted.
Right. It's push to talk on the laptop. Okay, yeah. I'm here.
Let me just adjust you a little bit. Move this down so your forehead isn't the only thing we see. There we go.
Dang.
Listen, the roast is starting early. Yeah, I gotta get them early and often is what I always say.
It's this is just the preview for the roast. Yeah. Be ready, everyone.
Welcome to the pre-show.
Yeah. Monica's so stupid. And then you say, how stupid is she?
How stupid am I? We'll just go with it.
She's so stupid, she probably won't even get this punchline. Wow. I'm sorry, I had to come up with one on the spot. That's the best. The best you're getting. Don't worry, the roast is pre-written, so everything is actually funny.
Now.
Donate now. You better donate or else. All right, so back to this Left 4 Dead special zombie question. Esteban, you got an answer?
Tank, because I think if you just gave him a smooch, you know,
Mm-hmm.
he'd relax a little bit.
True.
Just take it easy. He's just looking for some love.
Stop being so angry.
Or he'd smash you to a wall and you would die.
Bro, chill.
You know, 50-50 chance.
True. Telling my kids this was the Zeldathon roast. Good meme. Sick meme. Love it. Love to see it. Next question coming in from Leolite. Do you have any important advice you would give to a first-time Zeldathon watcher, whether they're a donor or not?
Go in with an open mind, honestly, and then go in just looking for any variety, because that's the thing with Zeldathon. Like, even when you're there and you've been there for a while, you still never know what you're going to get, and that's kind of the beauty of it. Don't get banned from chat. Don't get
banned from chat. And if you
That's awesome.
Whoa! That's a donation alert. We got 1111 from Argetlum. I'm so sorry. I don't know where. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this. I can't read the donation comment right now.
I thought someone got banned from chat. That's why you were screaming.
No. Sorry. It was just very loud.
If you've seen the Zeldathon B-roll video, the chat roulette ban is just exquisite. Something we need to bring back next marathon. Just roulette chat ban.
Give me 1 sec here. I'm gonna see if I can find what that donation comment says. Kill time, guys, please.
Also popping off with Leolite's comment. Yeah, we're just right now we're preheating the oven for the roast, and then it's gonna get significantly roastier at the actual roast.
Mm-hmm.
To answer like that question, I would also say, and this is also like for like GDQ too, like watch games you don't know, as well as, you know, obviously everyone tunes in for the games they want to watch, like, you know, like the Ocarina of Times and stuff like that. But like some of like my favorite moments from just, you know, my short amount of time like Zelda is like things like the CDI games, and like watching people struggle through that game is amazing, and just seeing what's actually in that game and how that game works is amazing. So don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and watch something you may not usually be into.
And then also too, just say hi to other people in the chat too, because like that was initially what got me into Zeldathon and made me stick around too, was making friends with other people in chat and then just talking and interacting with the stream too. Like say hi to us if you're watching. Like we love that. I don't know, I really do. I pop off.
True. And just gonna wrap it up. Also, do your best if you can't donate to promote the stream, promote the marathon to other people, because that's how we get more money. Because like there'll be points where there's not as many donations coming in, and that's when everyone who's watched or who is watching has given what they can. They can't give any more. So the only way we're gonna get more cash flowing in for St. Jude is to bring bring other people to the marathon. So do your best, even if it's like one person. Say like, hey, this is pretty cool. You should check this out. Stuff like that. We want to get as much viewership as we can because we want to get more people donating. So do your best to help out in any way you can. Because if somebody else donates, then that counts like through you promoting the marathon. Then technically that counts as you donating because you were responsible for that.
There's something for everyone at this marathon. Like we'll have actual Zelda games, we'll have some roasts and hilarious like night show bits. There will be music. There will be a shooter game. There's something for everyone.
True. All right, next question comes in from Tylanos saying, if you could enable Pog in one Zelda game, what Zelda game would it be? Good stupid question there, Tylanos.
I'm trying to think of what one gives me the most pop-off moment. Honestly, okay. Ocarina of Time. It's got to be Ocarina of Time. Because, like, when the Door of Time in the Temple of Time opens and you hear that organ riff, oh my god, yes, easiest, yes. That's
good.
Breath of the Wild if you only go to Hyrule Castle first and beat that whole boss gauntlet.
That's a Poggers. What would my answer be? I need to think about this too. I guess my answer is whatever you think the hypest speedrun skip is. Be it Moonwarp, Barrier Skip, Ganondorf, whatever you want. Or you can do Breath of the Wild every time you get a stasis launch. Just pog as you sail away. Alright, next question. Oh my god. Hop off asks, who's the best Canadian on the team, on the Zeldathon team?
Obviously me.
The correct answer is Esteban.
Easy.
Yeah, I agree. Esteban's the correct answer there.
I love maple syrup and snow.
Esteban's the best Canadian.
Esteban knows the maple syrup heist lore. Best Canadian.
Best Canadian. I think it's unanimous. All right. Tsunami Ko Ryan asks, what is your third favorite Zelda game?
Ooh, that's true. That's a good one, actually.
My answer is Ocarina of Time.
Link Between Worlds.
God, I'm trying to figure out my first two favorite Zelda games.
Oh my god.
My thing is, I don't pick favorites. I love all my babies equally.
It's true. Fair enough.
Shot in the Dark. I like probably within rank of 3. One of the N64 ones will be third, I could say.
Very valid. Okay, we have a question from M11. How come you press harder on a remote control when you know the battery is dead?
Because you don't think the battery is dead, you think it's a connecting issue. And there's like all sorts of grime for when you're eating Cheetos and also watching a show and like some of the Cheetos get in the button. It's for the Cheeto dust.
Don't use Monica's remotes is what I'm hearing from this.
Everything's covered in Cheeto dust. I can't.
If that's how you treat your remote controls, I don't want to see your keyboard. Ugh.
You should see the violin.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ugh.
Okay, rosin dust. I will rephrase to rosin dust.
Fair enough.
I just don't want to get up, so I just pray that it works.
All right.
Fair.
We have a question from, is using the wrong field stupid enough? That says name. It's a good stupid question.
Not stupid enough.
Not stupid. Wow. Monaco slaying. Oof. Okay. We have another question from M11 asking, what's the best Zeldathon moment in your opinion? Anytime I'm on stream.
Okay, my favorite moment, easiest call, is when someone donated the James Bond sound. I think it's $107. One, because I love GoldenEye. Two, because MC was there and he popped off and then he threw, I think, like the DK mask or something in the pop off. And then it then hit the water bottle that was the only open water bottle in the room, need I say. And it got knocked over onto the soundboard of like where we press the buttons for sounds. And it was the best panic, but that's my favorite
I think it
Zeldathon
was
moment.
like the water bottle spilled on the soundboard.
Oh my god, I love chaos like that.
Rest
That's
in
my
peace.
favorite and I thrive on it. So just dumb stuff like that.
It was a yeet and a
That's
half.
I mean, there's like two that ties. One of them is a moment. One of them is just like during the interview questions, like because I had no idea about the history of Zeldathon. So like when I see something like asking Zach, "What's the story behind the Kiwi?" and then they have to tell me, that's real fun for me because I have no idea what I'm about to walk into.
True.
But I think personal moment is Champions, where I was putting my stuff away because I didn't get a heads up about this. I was putting my stuff away, and there happened to be like a wrestling show happening all of a sudden in the same room as the marathon, and then all of a sudden some guy who I don't know, who at the time it's Jackson, went through a table, and I was like, what the hell did I get into?
I remember being there for that actually, and then seeing like you had just like I was there. I got there in time for the wrestling, and I saw you putting away all your recording gear. And then as soon as that happened, you went back and pulled it out. You're like, yeah, I'm obviously gotta get this.
And then I posted, I think last winter, I posted clips from the ZCW then, and I just started putting them on Twitter, and I was like, yeah, this is a charity marathon to raise money for kids or like whatever the marathon happened to be at the time. And like I would get all my like fighting game friends be like, what are you doing? Where are you? Are you okay? Like, yeah.
True. I think what was it? I think one of the my favorite like content producers on YouTube is Rooster Teeth, and they have a mantra of anything is okay as long as you're filming it. So like they get up to all sorts of hijinks, and I think a lot of that like kind of rings true with Jackson's philosophy for it is as long as it's on stream and it's for entertainment, it's fine. As long as it's something that it doesn't matter what damage you do, how over the top you go, you're being entertaining and it's on stream, it's fine. It's cool.
Oh my god, please. Okay, well, I think of it. Side note, if anyone is watching Zeldathon at any time and Jackson is taking requests, please, please, please ask him for the Star Trek Enterprise theme. That's all.
There you go. You heard it here first. Star Wars Order 66. Let's hear it. Guys, still lots of time. We've got a couple questions left, but if you want to have your question read on stream, please submit it at zeldathon.net/ask. I will read any question you submit as long as it's appropriate or I can make it appropriate. I want to see this doc filled. If you have a question and you're in chat, if you think of any stupid question, please put it in that form. Next question we have from Hop Hop, which is just hit or miss.
Miss.
You miss out on 100% of the shots you don't take. So miss.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
I mean, I was just thinking of the miss from Mario Party, and it tells you so sad.
Miss. And I was
When
thinking,
you're doing the teetering towers and you fall off, miss.
Rue. And I was thinking of the hit TikTok sensation hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? Haha, funny, right?
Warming up that oven.
All right, next. If you could be any kind of footwear, what kind of footwear would you be? Thank you to Bonds for that question.
Fuzzy Crocs, easiest yes.
Soap, so every day could be Sonic Adventure.
Ooh. Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Oh, actually, sorry. I changed my answer to Heelys because that's much more fun.
I'm gonna go with socks and sandals just to piss everyone off. Monica's cringing into another dimension.
Oh man, why? Why? Fuzzy Croc Heelys, yes, Bonds. Oh my god, please.
True. We have a question from Apsen. It says, "What is your favorite flavor of tea?"
Green tea.
Can I be a cop out and can I say matcha?
That's fine. I mean, my answer's just
Wow, you're a weeb.
my answer's green tea as well, so I'm also a weeb. Next question here is directed toward Esteban. It's from Rihanna. Or Rihanna. I'm so sorry. I said it right the second time. Don't worry. What was filming for the documentary like? Just general impressions.
It was good. I'm sorry. I did not mean to have that pause and that confused look in my face to assume it was bad. No, it was great. It was interesting because I didn't do as much research as I usually do for documentary gigs. I kind of went in blind. Like I mentioned before, like going into the room was like the first time was like, whoa, this is not what I was expecting. And it was cool to learn about the marathon and the history of it from the attendees as I was doing the interviews. So like it shaped future interviews the more I learned as I was just learning as like me. Um, it was just cool. Like there were long days though. So like to break it down and how it would work, it would be like every day of that marathon, like, coming from like the first two. So it'd be like 2 days in, we'd start the interviews. And then from like 10 to 4, it would just be like one person after another, sometimes, 2 people at a time and stuff like that. So it was kind of intense. Like it's tough to do like one interview. It's even tougher to do like 6 in a row like that. But MC was really, he really wanted to get as many people as he could in front of a camera because, as I learned, Zeldathon means a lot of things to many different people, especially because you guys were all a team. So I warned him too. I was like, I don't know if you need 30, 40 interviews, especially if you're trying to edit this doc in like 3 months. But he was really adamant of it. He's like, I want to get anybody who wants to talk in front of the camera and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. It was definitely an intensive experience, but I'm glad I did it.
Sounds
I feel
good.
like it was just tossing you into the deep end for Zeldathon too, because like not only were you there for the first time, but like you were immediately thrown into all the lore and the history for it like so quickly, not having really any context, having seen it before, which is a really cool actually introduction to it if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean that's usually how I like to do most things. Really, just kind of like go for it and jump in. Do like a little bit of like research to make sure I'm not showing up and someone's gonna steal my stuff. But other than that, like it was just really cool, and I'm glad.
Cool. All right, moving on. Pizza and ice cream. If you were to eat them together, which type of pizza and which flavor of ice cream would you have?
This is a curse question.
This is a very cursed question.
Oh, I have the best cop out answer. Give me a Nutella pizza and then put the salted caramel ice cream on it.
Boo!
Like,
That's a
Boo!
I'll give
cop
you an
out.
actual answer in a sec.
That one's going in the roast.
Meat lovers and the whole pint of Maricone dream.
True. I mean, the only kind of ice
Real
cream.
answer?
Good.
Okay, cookie dough ice cream and
Mhm.
then deluxe or your like triple crown pizza. So the green peppers, mushrooms, pepperoni, cookie dough ice cream.
True. Good answers. All right. So this is another question from Rihanna, and it was kind of answered earlier but let's humor her and anyone else who might have popped in since then. How did you start doing filmmaking for events like GDQ and Zeldathon?
Yeah, I mentioned it before, but like I just kind of went, and this is actually I can kind of call off the tangent of it. Most of the things I do, whether it be like going to marathons or going to conventions or shooting these things, stuff like that, are just because I had an interest in it. So I had an interest and a desire to be like, what does it look like in video? What does it look like in the edit and stuff like that? So same thing with GDQ. GDQ is just I was interested about it. I watched a bunch of marathons, and then I decided just to go with the camera. And I met a couple people, and that turned into a job. Zeldathon, I got hired for it. I got interested in it after the first one, and then that this has become part of like my year now, like part of my life.
Mhm.
I guess the thing I'm trying to get is like if you have an interest in something, like I have an interest in video and putting things to video, you just go do it. Like don't let anything kind of hold you back. Don't be afraid to take your shot and have fun with it.
True. Good answer there. All right, next. Oh, this is a classic question coming back. This is from Stupid Enough Yet, is the submitter. And the question is chicken or scissors? The classic question that MC hates to answer, but MC's not hosting it. So I'm going to go ahead and answer. Why would you not pick chicken? Why would you, in any situation, would you not take a chicken over scissors? Like, why? Come on.
Chickens are mean.
Chickens are mean. I'm thinking like a dead chicken, like a cooked chicken.
A dead chicken. I was thinking a rubber chicken and the rubber chicken from last marathon. Oh God, even that? Yes, yes. OP. I remember in the car ride when TV found that stupid rubber chicken, or in the store when we went out for a pirate hat for part of MC's costume for Wind Waker, and that's when the chicken was found. And like, I threatened to throw that chicken out the window when TV kept squeezing it in the car. I hated it from the very start. And then, to my utter dismay, it was brought to Zeldathon. And then Kay unwittingly squeezed the chicken during her run and got really surprised and freaked out by how loud it was. Understandably so. God. And then, yeah, the secret chicken sound. The worst.
True. And,
Chicken lore.
I just saw a question pop up in the chat, or in the list from Tsunami Ko Ryan, asking poultry or shears? Poultry, obviously.
I don't know. You can use scissors
True.
in multiple occasions, so I'm gonna go with the scissors.
We have from underscore questions. Just says, what are your middle names? Feel free to not answer that.
That's not happening.
Yeah. Was that Monica? Did you submit that?
No, it wasn't.
It must have been Catherine.
I'll share my middle name. To stay on brand, my middle name is Christina, also spelt with a K.
Yeah.
Must have been Catherine though.
Where?
She needs like Esteban. We need to know the lore.
Where's the?
We'll figure it out
Where's the K in Christina?
At the end, it's silent.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Gannon's put my full name in the chat. There you go. That's all you
There you
got.
go. All I'm telling you is that my middle name is a Friends character. I'll let you figure out which one it is. Next question. M11. Oh boy, this one's dark. Do pilots take crash courses?
If you're gonna fly 737 Max, probably.
True.
If you're facing a flock of Canada geese, never. You just go with it.
Yep. Just pray. All right. Bonds the Bard asks, what's the most gluttonous thing you've ever gotten from Sheets at 3 a.m.?
I haven't gotten anything gluttonous per se, but my trash bag 3 a.m. Sheets order, always actually after Jam Train, is I go there and I get a peanut butter and banana smoothie with probably a double or triple shot of espresso. Very good. Very good.
That post Jam Train Sheets run is also going to be the pre Left 4 Dead Sheets run, so look forward to that. What about you, Esteban?
God, I don't remember. That's how tired I was.
True.
That's my answer.
For me, it's just one of the Sheets burritos. Not great for you, but delicious anyway, so you're fine with it.
I see in the chat, Taylor is saying peanut butter and coffee. Yes, it's peanut butter banana, a peanut butter banana milkshake, and then you get the espresso shots, and it is to die. It's the best. It's the best thing on the menu.
These new tendies don't know. Oh my god. So many people are going to discover it for the first time.
Anything peanut butter and banana flavored is instantly my favorite. Like, banana is top tier, but then peanut butter and banana is even better. So then once you throw coffee in, I lose my mind. It's so
True. All right, guys, we have time for a couple more questions here. So I'm just going to power through them. Aside from the obvious answer of drinking Super Kool-Aid, what's the grossest Zeldathon moment you can remember? Do you guys remember Super Kool-Aid, by the way? Is that a memory that's in your heads at all, or is this too much of a boomer Zeldathon thing?
I don't think I even know what that is.
I think I've heard about Super Kool-Aid, but I never actually got to see it. And then I knew it was like it went hand in hand with Mr. Smith. That's all that I know.
So I'm younger than both of you, but I've never felt as old as I do right now. well, boy, do I remember Super Kool-Aid. It was a tradition for a couple marathons because we had one of those like stereotypical like like soccer team like Gatorade cooler things that you like have a spout, and we utilized it. We put like a butt ton of Kool-Aid mix into it, and then just dropped anything we could find in it, and it became a tradition that lasted 3 Zeldathon hotels. It was, I think, the last time we ran it was Cures, where we actually had one of the hotel staff actually try it out. But it was just this big gathering of putting a bunch of stuff into this big mix of Kool-Aid and drinking it, and then destroying the sink after we dumped the rest of it because nobody wanted to finish it.
Me and my brother used to play that when we were kids. We would take 1 cup and then mix like it was liquid roulette from the fridge, and we would do that, and then we would make the other drink it. So I can get on with that actually.
Now we can drink it
But
with clink it. Sorry, I just had
yeah,
to make that pun.
let's go. But most cursed food moment was probably from a year ago actually when Sprite Cranberry had just come out and everyone was talking about it in showroom. And I happened upon this, and we were doing taste tests of Sprite Cran, and then I pitched the idea. I was trying to push people on board for hot water, which is like my number one drink that I always have at the marathon. Like if I'm not drinking coffee, it's hot water or a PB banana smoothie. But anyways, then Hipster decided that he was going to try both Sprite Cran and hot water at the same time. So he mixed it and had a nice cup of hot Sprite Cran, and yeah, most cursed moment.
Delicious.
I don't really have one of my own, but I do remember one from the line of questioning. It's anything involving Cinnabons.
Oof.
I don't know. I that just sounded like a horror story.
Yeah. The only thing I know about with Cinnabons, I think this is even pre my time, but Marzuke used to work at a Cinnabon, and she would bring in to the marathon a batch of them. And it was great at first until at the end of the marathon when children just smelled of Cinnabon constantly and people were so sick of it. Oh no. Sounds like a rough time. All right, next question here. Game & Watch Fangirl asks, what's the best and stupidest, in a good way, part of Zeldathon?
I would say the best and stupidest is just any dumb instances that happen in the moment, like the completely unexpected stuff, like MC knocking over the water bottle in stream room. Like that's like just stupid anecdotes like that where you never know the mysteriousness and the intrigue of it all.
Yep.
I think anytime Jackson and Dan are on a mic and everyone is sleep deprived.
Oh my god, agreed. Yes.
Yep. My personal answer, anytime we just take a meme that people made like 2 years ago and just drive it into the ground, because that's what we do best. That's
Shoutouts to the definition of yeet, or no, the tense of yeet.
How do you conjugate yeet?
I loved that one actually. I really did.
Don't get into this again. I can't do this again. All right. M11. This isn't really a question, but I'll humor them anyway. You know when you walk into a room and forget why you went in there? That's just God playing Sims. He just canceled your action.
Me all too often.
Yeah. I think you just have a bad memory, but everyone else is probably. Yeah.
Please don't remove the ladders from the pools.
Oh no, Mocha S.
Please don't delete the doors to the rooms either.
Please don't delete the toilets. Kind of need those. All right. This is our last question of the Zeldathon show for this evening. And the last question before the marathon starts. Wow. And it's from Tylenos asking, is half an ice cream sandwich a pizza?
No, it's an open-faced sandwich.
Is an open face
That was
sandwich a pizza?
I'm sorry, that was a lot of pondering for a not very deep answer on my part, but that's the best I could
Well-
come up with.
Yes, and I'm saying this just to disagree with Monica.
True. I think. What about an Oreo? Like you take an Oreo, you take like half off, so the filling stays on one side of the cookie. Is that a pizza? Or is that an open face sandwich? Is an Oreo a sandwich?
It's true. And then Rihanna with the contrary is a pizza and open face sandwich.
Or is an open face sandwich a pizza?
Or is it toast at that point? Because if it's a pizza, it's been in the oven, it's been toasted.
All these questions and more will be answered at Zeldathon Forces.
Or not. Well, I don't know. All right.
We'll debate them into the ground, obviously.
That's gonna do it for tonight, guys. Keep an eye out for the announcement for the next Zeldathon show. We're gonna be taking a few weeks off after Forces, but we will return in 2020 to hype up Marathon 26 AOTS 2. I mean, whatever we do in the summer.
Please.
Bro, please. Zeldathon Forces starts this December 27th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In case you somehow didn't see it over there on our layout, or you just don't know how to read, but you still found Twitch fine. We have something going on tomorrow night. We have Community Night with Metal Ninja Wolf, a longtime attendee. He's going to be running Zeldathon Mania. I think this is the third installment where he just creates a bunch of weird characters from the Zeldathon lore and gets them to fight in the game. And it's going to be over at his channel, Metal Ninja Wolf, I Can Speak. That's Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on his Twitch channel. Let Zeldathon Mania run wild on you. And wild and you were capitalized. So I assume that's like wild like Zeldathon Wild or Breath of the Wild, and you like Soldier Boy, you.
Really quick question.
What's up?
If you two were playing a game at another AOTS, what game would it be?
I haven't decided yet. Probably Shadow of the Colossus. That would be my like gut pick, but I need to think about that more.
It's a tie between Titanfall 2 and Control.
Good game. Came out. Didn't that come out this year?
Control did, yeah, and I love it.
Yeah, sick. All right, where can we find you? Well, our Twitters are all listed here. You can follow me on this Twitter. You can follow Monica at that Twitter. Follow Esteban, TheBesteban at that Twitter. My Twitch channel is just Vidya. Drop the James, drop the underscore. Monica, I think, is the same. Esteban, I don't know. Do you stream very often or?
I don't stream, but if you like fighting games or interested in fighting games, you can follow my work at youtube.com/holdbacktoblock.
Yeah, you want to plug Hold Back to Block real quick?
Sure. Hold Back to Block is a project I've been working on for a couple years now. I've just recently turned it into like a documentary focused type deal. But it's all about fighting games and the fighting game community and maybe some extra stuff we're going to do some next year. But yeah, if you want to see some cool stuff like the making of Them's Fighting Herds, a fighting game all about fighting ungulates, four-legged animals, you can watch it.
That one was so good. I watched it, honestly, and I was very on board, and I do need to play that game.
All right, and lastly, a couple shout outs here. Thanks to Valor for rounding up the questions this week. Thanks to Tylenose and everyone else in chat plugging the links, the ask, donate, and Rihanna plugging Metal Ninja Wolf's Twitch channel. Go give him a follow. Is that the right link? What did you say? Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's Metal's channel. Go watch him again, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thanks to the community team for making this happen. Shout outs to you guys watching. And thanks to the viewers. Thanks to all of you who are sticking around watching this extra long Zeldathon show. Hope to see you at Zeldathon. And thank you guys for attending. That's going to do it for us. I hope you guys all had fun. And I'll see you all next time. See you at Zeldathon.
Ask us more stupid questions there, please.
Bye.
Farewell, guys.
Bye, friends.